Hi there, my name is Lo. Welcome to my channel where I discuss everything between Hermes and grocery bags. In today's video, I wanted to discuss Coach. There's been a lot of buzz and talk around Coach, and I figured I might as well just jump on the bandwagon. It will give me an opportunity to show you my small Coach collection and to share some thoughts about what has been going on with Coach lately. So first, let me run you through the Coach items that I have, and I will go through them chronologically and give you a little bit of a backstory as well, so you can have an impression of how my Coach journey has been thus far. The first bag I ever cut from Coach is this Coach Tabby 26. I've done a review on this bag where I've indicated that I've always struggled a little bit to use this bag. I mean, this is the OG Coach Tabby, no pillows, no quilting, no denim, nothing. It is in a color block, so it's not super traditional, but it's definitely one of the more original versions. I absolutely love the quality on this. The leather is beautiful. It's just very well made, and I've never really been able to tell why I don't like using this bag, but because I don't love it all that much. That is also the reason why I never invested in a pillow tabby or a quilted tabby, because I was kind of scared that I might have the same with one of those tabbies as well. This was the first purchase. Then the second purchase was this Coach shoulder bag. I think this is the Dalton. It has this beautiful like red brown leather and then the Coach canvas on the front. Again, bag with beautiful quality, lovely hardware on this little Coach charm, the tag, everything on this bag is beautiful, and yet again I have trouble using this. Honestly, let me know down below in the comments how you style your Coach canvas if you have it in this color. I just don't really know what to wear it with, so any advice would be welcome here. I think for me personally it's also a bit of an awkward bag because it is quite big, but then yet it doesn't hold all that much because it sort of caves in on the sides over here and you only have this center compartment that is zippered up. So I have been going back and forth between selling this bag. Coach resale value over here is just horrible, so if I want to get rid of it, I'm just not getting a lot of money in return. I still feel like I need to make it work because it's just such a beautiful bag, but perhaps I should try and sell it again. Then next up is the Coach quilted pillow Medson in the larger size. I actually tried to get this one in a coral first. Unfortunately, that one had a tear on the back, which was not Coach's fault. It was just horribly packaged. But then I saw it come by in this color for a really good price, and although I was initially a little bit skeptical about getting it after first time because I thought this is going to be a pretty fragile bag, I have to be very careful with it. At some point in time, I just couldn't resist. So I baby this bag, but I do think it is very pretty and I love wearing it. Quality on this bag is also nice. I don't think there's any other lambskin bag that you would be able to get at this price. It's very soft. Stitching is well done, although some people do have complaints, and I would include myself that over here the piping will start to sort of fold more into the bag, while on the top over here it's more standing outwards, if that makes sense. It also has a bit of a saggy bottom, but I think that's just more in the design because there's no structure to the base of this bag. So I'm taking it mostly as design elements, although this bag is not completely as I would like to see it. Then the fourth bag is also a quilted pillow Medson. This is the one in the small size. I absolutely fell for the color on this one and I cannot wait to style this for spring. It's equally soft as the bigger one, but because the quilts are somewhat smaller, it does feel like a little less pillowy, so to say. But again, beautiful bag, nicely crafted. It is fragile, but yeah, that is what you get with lambskin bags. And then the last addition to the Coach family is the Coach Cassie in the faded blue or the Tiffany blue. Here again, I absolutely fell for the color, and that's the reason why I wanted to have this bag. Though I have to say it is quite a practical bag and versatile bag as well. So this one I also had to order twice. I got it off Zalando initially, but then I saw that here on the inside sort of the leather was curling up and that left an impression on the front of the bag, which was overall not so bad because it's just on the inside of the bag, but it did bother me. So I got another one, but Still, on this one, the quality is just not amazing. It already had a little bit of the paint coming off on the back. I'm just finding with the Cassie that on the edges here, the leather is not as pebbled as the rest of the bag, which gives it a little bit of a worn look, but perhaps that's also more of a design element than an actual flaw. I always feel like the flap on this Cassie is just a tiny bit slanted. The stitching on the handle is not immaculate. Like, overall, it's not a bad quality bag, but I think compared to my earlier purchases, I was just used to having better quality from Coach, and I just kind of fear that this bag was really popular. They just wanted to push out as many as they could within a short amount of time, and they just haven't done their absolute best on the quality. And that is unfortunate, because now in a lot of the videos that I'm seeing about Coach, people say that Coach has become as popular as it is right now because of the quality. And in fact, I would have to totally agree. I think Coach has for years had a cult following of people who absolutely loved the quality on their bags. And people buy these super old Coach bags with the glove tan leather, and they clean them up and they lotion them, and it looks like they're gonna be good to go for another 20 years. And of course, this is just going to be a very small sample, because it's just like my collection and then 2 other bags that I got but I had to send back. But frankly, the more recent my Coach bags are, the less likely I think they are really going to stand the test of time and be around in 20 years and be in a state where they can still be patched up and used again for another 20 years. But that's just how I feel about the bags that I have. It's definitely not to say that Coach is bad quality now or is going to be bad quality henceforth, but it is something that I'm going to be a bit more mindful of when I'm buying Coach in the future. So what we're seeing now is that Coach is creating a lot of buzz around releases that they do. There was the quilted Tabby, for example, and then you had the quilted Tabby with the prints, like with the lipstick kisses, and I think with the daisies. And then also they recently had their denim drop. And what is really nice about Coach getting this traction is that for the people who love Coach, there's also a lot more available, because the bigger the clientele, the more likely that Coach is going to put out these releases that are just going to have a lot of buzz around them. So there's going to be more to choose from, and it's just increased popularity around Coach in general. I think that a lot of us can also relate to some extent to wanting to wear a bag that other people also think is cool. I can really enjoy wearing brands that are a bit more popular. It can be really nice to be just sort of out and loud and about with the bags that you are wearing, and that you are part of this community of people who really like wearing bags from Coach. But I think this popularity around Coach also has some downsides. So first of all, by the fact that they are doing all of these releases, there is a lot more FOMO with buyers. So where before you might say, okay, I'm going to get a Cassie, now there's just so many releases, and you might feel like you don't just want to get a Cassie, you might feel like you want to get something from every release. And now with the denim collection, for example, I think that their denim Cassie is one of the cutest bags, but I already have a Cassie, so should I really get another one? I try not to have duplicates in my collection, but if I get something else from the denim collection, I'm not getting my preferred Coach bag, so to say. So it does create a lot of FOMO to keep on getting items that you might already have. But then another reason why more buzz is generally not all that good for consumers, that I cannot think of an example where a brand has had a lot of buzz and didn't become more expensive without improvements to the quality or even deterioration to the quality. And we've seen this time and time again, that brands are throwing up their prices, but still under the enormous pressure of their quality, they are just pushing out bags without good quality control. And it doesn't really matter if it's Chanel or LV. I think we've seen it recently as well with Pollen, that they are just increasing their prices now like crazy, while more and more complaints about quality are coming in. And that's also what I'm kind of scared for is going to happen to Coach. And yeah, this not perfect quality Cassie bag might be an example of that. Of course, I have no evidence for it. But in terms of quality and prices, I've just never seen the popularity of a brand do anything good for us as buyers. And it's awesome for the brand. I mean, it's great for Coach that they can increase their profits. But for me personally, it's just going to mean that I'm going to be more cautious of what I'm buying. No, first of all, because I don't want to get sucked into every collection. And when I buy items from them, I'm also going to be very meticulous about checking their bags to make sure that the quality is up to standards. And I learned my lesson with this one. I mean, I still really like it because the color on this is so nice, but I have already decided that I'm not going to buy another leather Cassie again. And yeah, we can only see over time how this is going to continue and what effect it will have on us as buyers. So then perhaps to close off on the topic of whether Coach is luxury, yes or no. For me, luxury is sort of a spectrum. It's very much in the eye of the beholder. Some people really take mostly a quality perspective on what luxury is. I think for myself, I take perhaps a bit more of a business and marketing perspective. And when it comes to marketing, Coach is definitely climbing the ladder of becoming more of a luxury brand. But I think at the end of the day, it's most importantly how we define luxury for ourselves and not how we define luxury for others. But for me, having a Coach bag is definitely a luxury. In terms of being a luxury brand, I think they are climbing the ladder and doing some very smart things to become a more desirable brand. And at the end of the day, I can only hope that we as consumers can still enjoy beautiful Coach bags at a reasonable price, but only time will tell what is going to happen. So I'm very curious about that. So this was my Coach collection and my 2 cents on what Coach is doing right now and where things are going. I hope you enjoyed it. If you found this interesting, consider liking this video and subscribing to my channels. I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. And for now, remember, there's a styling situation and a taste for everything, so don't judge, wear whatever the bag you like. Until next time, or as we'd say in Dutch, doei!